Hello and welcome back to Press Review. Let's start by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. Starting from Lebanon, where the Daily Star leads reporting that the United Nations has said that fighting in the Damascus district of Yarmouk has interrupted aid distribution to thousands of besieged Palestinian refugees. It also reports that Ukrainian Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk says his country will never give up Crimea, and that an explosion wounded a policeman in a Shiite village near Bahrain's capital, where protesters demonstrating against the ruling Sunni monarchy has blocked roads. The Egypt Independent reports on Health Minister Adel Addawi saying he attended some of the experiments 3 years ago on the invention of far-fetched complete cure device, which was declared by the armed forces to be able to detect and treat AIDS and hepatitis C. It also reports that security services arrested 33 members of the White Knights, fans of the Malik Club, while gathering in front of Cairo International Stadium on Al Nasser Road. Israel's Jerusalem Post leads its front page reporting that hundreds of thousands of people from the Haredi community gathered in Jerusalem yesterday to protest against the reform of the conscription law that would draft ultra-Orthodox men into the army or compulsory national service. It also analyzes how the Ukrainian crisis impacts the Middle East. And from Riyadh, the Saudi's Arab News reports that King Abdullah has called upon Islamic scholars around the world to make combined efforts to strengthen unity and solidarity amongst Muslims to put an end to the debilitating conflicts in the Islamic world. It also reports that around 75 schools in the Kingdom have decided to distribute iPads instead of textbooks, with education officials saying that the move would help reduce burden on students carrying heavy bags and keep up with the new developments in education. And the UAE's Gulf News leads reporting that Ukraine mobilized for war yesterday and Washington threatened to isolate Russia economically after President Putin declared he had the right to invade his neighbor. It also reports that Pakistan has said it is halting airstrikes against Taliban militants in response to a month-long ceasefire announcement by the insurgent a day earlier. And now let's take a look at the top Middle East headlines from UK papers. And the UK's Telegraph leads its Middle East section reporting that hundreds of thousands of ultra-Orthodox Jews took to Jerusalem streets for a mass prayer vigil on Sunday in protest of plans to conscript their young men for Israeli military service. The paper says despite the fact that the ultra-Orthodox make up 10% of Israel's 8 million strong population, the majority of them refuse to work and instead study full-time in religious institutions. The Independent leads its Middle East section with Syria reporting that gruesome images have emerged on Twitter that appear to show a Syrian militant group posting 5 live updates as they cut off the hand of a suspected thief. The photographs were reportedly circulated by a host of jihadi social media accounts, which said that the incident occurred on Friday in a rebel-controlled region of the Aleppo province. And The Guardian leads its Middle East section reporting that the first woman to head a political party in Egypt, Hala Shukrallah, has said it proves the revolution has changed attitudes. Shukrallah, a Christian who now leads the liberal Dustur party, says her election marks a huge social shift in a land wedded to strong men. And now let's take a look at the top Middle East stories in international papers. The China Daily leads its Middle East section reporting that the Lieutenant Commander of Iran's Air Force Brigadier General Ariza Barghor was quoted saying that Iran's Air Force is ready to conduct joint military exercises with neighboring states. It adds that Tehran has not received any response to its calls for collaboration, but says military cooperation among the regional states will provide security for the Middle East. The Washington Post leads its Middle East news reporting on the ultra-Orthodox Jews who took to the streets of Jerusalem to express anger over attempts by Israel's political leaders to force them to serve in the military. The paper says the law and even the attempts to put it in place mark a significant challenge to the religious secular status quo established by Israel's first Prime Minister, David Ben-Gurion, in the 1950s. Finally, the Times of India leads its Middle East section with Egypt reporting that a court was due to deliver its verdict on Monday in the retrial of 2 policemen accused of killing a blogger whose death was a rallying cry during Egypt's 2011 uprising. For more updates, please visit us on levant.tv. Thanks for watching and bye for now.